Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Paradise Podcast. Today, I'm my special guest here. We have Adam Transu, also known as Car Parts and Exhaust Farts.
Subscribe.
Yes, please check out the YouTube channel. Post great car content.
Best.
And how you been, man?
Mildly adequate. Decent. I don't like quarantine. It sort of sucks.
I don't think anyone likes quarantine.
It's sort of rough, but it's been fine. I've been putting out a little bit of content when I have the motivation to make videos. So.
I mean, the only time I ever put out content is when I feel like streaming.
Yeah, I haven't actually done. I should do a live stream. I haven't done any live streams yet, but I don't know what I would do. I mean, I don't know how much of my audience. I feel like a lot of them are either, despite what my demographic says, I think a lot of them are actually children, and I feel like they wouldn't, or either children or like boomers or like millennials who actually don't care about live streams. So I don't know how many of them would like to listen to me do another Dominic style cast on something less Dominic focused. But
I mean, I enjoyed the Dominic cast.
The thing was amazing. That was so fun. You should have seen.
It looked great.
You should have seen. It was so funny because it's a good 3 hours of content, but having Dominic sit down and like exist in your home for 3 hours. No diss to Dominic, because I'm certain you'll be watching this.
He's a god.
But he's a god. But having him like be in your own home, like bringing that much chaotic energy into the place that you like go for refuge. It's like trying to put it, like, you've got your barn. It's like insulated against tornadoes, and you like put a tornado inside of it just for fun. It was so chaotic, and we would have to. I mean, we got like a good 3 hours in. But every like 45 minutes, you have to take a break because he would want to have like a Nerf war or something. Like, unironically, it was amazing. But yeah, it was a lot of fun recording it though. I'm surprised. I mean, I wish he was a little bit less circular, but I understand like you're sort of just. I'm already being circular in this podcast, but I feel like I got a good amount of information out of him, which is really fun. Just listen to his opinions on all sorts of things. So
he's kind of like. In a way, he's kind of like just like a dumb genius in a way. Like the way
he's a little bit of a savant in a lot of yeah. He's got a little bit of savant syndrome going. I mean, he can make those
car noises are like top tier.
Top tier. He knows so much. Like it's so hard to tell when he's bullshitting and when he's
being serious.
Being serious, because sometimes he'll like say something like, "There's absolutely no way that's real." But just because he's so off his rocker, and then you go Google it later, and it's like, wait, that was a real thing. Like he didn't lie about that. But then he'll say something else that's like completely off his rocker, and be like, oh, maybe that's accurate. And you Google it, and it's like, no,
there's no
this is a myth. What are you talking about? But it's so odd. Yeah, he was a lot of fun to have on the podcast though, and I want to do some more of those at some point. They're just a lot of I want to make the next one actually live, and there's sort of a lot of planning that goes into that. It's a lot easier to just pump out edited videos.
Yeah.
So
that's what I like to do, because for me it's a lot harder to record and then go back and edit it, and it's a lot easier just to live stream it and then just get it done and then just upload it straight away.
Yeah,
it's a lot better. But let's get right into the questions.
Yay!
Right into the.
I have no idea what to expect. I don't know what this is. So.
All right. The first question I have for you, Adam, is when did you take an interest in cars? Like.
That's a good question, and it's honestly really weird. I've never been into cars very much. I mean, I am now, but like before, like all my interests were like, I mean, I've always been really into the natural world. I've gone through like phases of being really into other things. I'm always really interested in the natural world, history to an extent, rocketry, engineering things. Like those are the big things that I'm generally into all the time. And like cars are sort of contradictory to a lot of what I'm into, because I'm into more the natural world, and you think that would mean I'm like not interested in these things that are slowly destroying our environment.
Yeah, you're more eco-friendly.
Yeah, but I turned like 15 and got into driver's ed and started the process towards getting my permit, and I was just like, this is sort of neat. Like, it's sort of cool. Like, not the car aspect per se, but just like the driving aspect seemed like suddenly so much more appealing. Because, it's, you go to that moment where it's like, it's this mythical, like, unattainable thing. Like, there's no way I could ever be skilled enough to do that. Like, that's an adult thing for the adults to do. I can't do that. And then suddenly you're like, oh man, like in a year, I'm going to be doing that. Like, it's this weird moment where it's like I'm crossing some sort of weird threshold, and that was really appealing to me. And then that car that's parked out on the curb, my dad's Subaru, has always been like, it's always been like there. I guess it's sort of odd. I mean, we have like the minivan, and then my mom has a Volt, but then those are just sort of like boring transportation. But it was always like an event whenever we took the Subaru somewhere, because it was the blue car. It was exciting. Yeah. So that was, and it's a manual, which is very different. I mean, we had a minivan and a Volt, which are both automatics, and minivan's basically an egg, and compared to that, and it's just so much more exciting. And my dad was so passionate about it, and he kept telling me like, it's a race car. It's a race. I mean, not seriously, but like he was like, it's got racing heritage, and I was always like, whatever. I don't care. But now, like, I'm super into it. Like, I love that car so much. Like, and then as soon as I started figuring out, so it was the combination of me becoming slightly more interested in the Subaru, and then me getting interested in driving, and that's led me to start researching Subaru, and then I found out about Rally, which connected the dots, and then it just spiraled out of control, and now I'm a huge enthusiast. So it was like within a year, I just went from knowing nothing to knowing way too much.
Knowing way more than you could ever expect.
Yeah. Being way more into it. And it's so weird. And now during quarantine, it's sort of therapeutic doing researching car stuff and being into cars, driving. It's a little private space. It's sort of become...
It's calming.
It's calming. Yeah, I've sort of latched onto it as sort of a way to cope with stuff, which has drawn me in further, and that's caused me... And it's also one of those things, like, I'm not into sports or anything, so I don't have, like, a fandom that I'm a part of, really, but I can get into cars, and, I mean, there's a whole community. Like, there's a whole culture. I mean, people talk about car culture, they're not joking. Like, it's a real thing. And it's like this whole new world that I can call my own, and it's really interesting, and it's really fun. And I love the people that I meet through car stuff, which is epic. So there's that. That's probably the main reason why I got into cars.
That's really, really interesting that you say that, because, like, I've really, like, I like cars, don't get me wrong, I love cars, but, like, I've never gone into, like, the more, like, technical kind of stuff about cars, like engines and all that stuff. Like, I just like I'm more of the boring kind of guy. I just like the looks of the car. I don't care how fast it goes.
Well, that's how a lot of people are.
Yeah, I mean, I like looks. I love the look of cars.
I mean, that's why, like, Mustangs, like yours, are so popular, because it's sort of just like a status symbol almost. Like, I mean, they're not that expensive. They're cheaper than a new truck, but they're, it's sort of a status symbol. If you have a Mustang, you have some type of money to blow. It's like, if you're a suburban dude, you live in a suburban neighborhood and you drive a Mustang, like, you automatically gain some prestige points, which is why I think, like, Camaros and Mustangs are so popular in this region. But, like, I was just into the motorsport side of things and the looks, but, like, the quirkiness and the weirdness of cars first. Like, I was always really into the fact that the Subaru has a hood scoop, and there's no sills on the windows, and it's this weird wagon, and we don't have many wagons around here. And I was always into, like, the quirky things that made it different, and the fact it's blue, World Rally blue, which is a really pretty color, and the fact that I was more into the quirky stuff. And then as I started to become a real enthusiast, I got into the motorsport side of things. But then it was so easy for me to research the, like, technical side. So as I'd be just, like, reading through pages of Wikipedia, I'd just start absorbing all of this technical stuff. And then I got really into, like, the uniqueness of a boxer engine and how that's different from an inline and a V engine, and then, like, what different cylinders mean. And then I figured out, how internal combustion works. So then I just sort of got sucked in. I've never been a mechanically inclined person. Like, me and Nick Burris we're trying to build a wooden go-kart.
I was told that by Nick's dad.
Yeah, we were trying to build a wooden go-kart, and it's going pretty well. But that's like the first mechanic project I've done.
That sounds insane.
It's not actually that crazy. That's the thing. All of these projects sound insane, but they're not actually that wild. I mean, the biggest thing I've done mechanically, I've built some electrical stuff before. I've built stuff out of cardboard many times. but I've never done. I mean, mechanical stuff has always seemed sort of scary and daunting. I've done oil changes, but that's the most of it on cars. I plan on doing the power steering pump on the Subaru eventually, and probably the brakes eventually, but I've never been that into it. But I'm really into the learning side of it. So, like reading stats on different engines and how everything works, and drivetrains. I'm really into researching all of that, even if I'm not getting into it. So, I don't know. It is odd though. And then there's that breach between the casual enthusiast like yourself and someone who spends too much time on YouTube and Wikipedia, which is interesting. Like, I don't know. It's odd. That's the great thing about the car community though, is you can just be someone who's like, I have never touched my engine bay, but my car is pretty, and like you're still accepted. So
that's must be like a really like nice warming community.
Yeah. Well, I was going to really take a big dive into it this summer with there's an event called SubiFest Midwest, where a bunch of Subaru owners go to Joliet, Illinois, which is in Chicagoland, and they do a huge meet where you show off your car, you can buy merch, they do autocross, there are shows and competitions and challenges and whatever, and it's basically just a big car meet. I forgot where it was. It's at a NASCAR track, but they dominate the parking lot, and it's pretty cool. I was gonna go to that, but it got canceled unfortunately because of coronavirus. So next year, but and then I've been trying to get into some little or local stuff. I've been thinking about maybe trying to organize a little bit of a Rochester meet type meme, but no one has cool things here, so except for the boomers who have like some weird old Pontiac in their garage that they've hidden away for years, but I don't really care about that.
That's actually one of the questions I'm going to ask down the line, so I'm going to save that for later.
Well,
the next question is, what made you think about starting a YouTube channel? Or did you have like a YouTube channel before car parts and exhaust farts?
I did have a YouTube channel before car parts and exhaust farts. It's still my personal channel. Skippy Chompy, it's the one I use for, it's the username I use for everything. I've had that personal channel. I only used it to upload, right now it's just my personal channel that I use on my phone. I subscribe to people on it. I don't subscribe to many people on car parts and exhaust farts. And my subscriptions aren't public anyway, but car parts and exhaust farts is just for uploading. Skippy Chompy is for recreational YouTube things.
Yeah,
so, but what I did way back, it's got to be 2014, I think, when Titanfall 2, if you ever played that
game.
I
have.
So there was this channel, Titanfall Legends. Did you ever watch them?
I think I've seen them before, yeah.
They had a weekly, clips of the week thing. And in order to submit your clips, you had to upload them to a YouTube channel.
I remember that.
I used my channel to upload clips that I submitted for Clip of the Week. And they never took them, even though they were all better than all the garbage that they showed every week. I had what was it? I had a 14 kill streak where I was just laying down fire down a hallway, and I murdered, the team kept respawning and cycling straight back into my fire, and it was way better than all the garbage they were showing off, and it was why did I not make it? But anyway, that was those videos are unlisted now, but that was my first channel. But I've always, I think most people in this generation have thought at one point or another, wouldn't it be cool if I had a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I think the majority, we grow up in this age where, we all came from the days of Skyda's Minecraft, where
no one wants to be a celebrity anymore. Everyone wants to be a YouTuber.
Everyone wants to be a YouTube celebrity.
Yes.
Everyone wants to be no one wants to be a movie star. Everyone wants to be a YouTube star.
No one wants to be an actor or
Well, some people do, but the idea of our generation's idea of fame is PewDiePie. So.
Yeah, PewDiePie.
And so I think that's really influenced me. But I have to say the biggest thing so I've always wanted to make one, but I never knew what it would be about. But I've never been hugely drawn. It's one of my goals. I just sort of offhandedly was it'd be cool.
Yeah.
But then I thought about making a gaming one for a while, but I was no. If Titanfall Legends won't accept my clips, no one will watch me. So I didn't do that. But then Sammy K blew up. When Sammy K blew up, I was praise Sammy K. I don't know how you did that, but when Sammy K blew up,
nuts.
When Sammy K blew up, I was yep, that's it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try to make something. So I did. And I was what? Well, I wanted to do before Sammy K blew up. By the way, I was her 690th subscriber, and I'm proud of that fact.
Bro. No cap. It was 7th or 8th grade. Miss Pettyjohn's class. I subscribed to Sammy K when she had 57 subscribers on YouTube.
That's a while back.
That is a long while back. And I was like, yeah, no problem. I'll subscribe. I never thought to myself she would get to this.
She would get what's she
level.
at now, like 6.4K,
crazy,
something insane. And then she's got like over 400K on a couple of her videos. Like it's ridiculous.
Dude, I dream about stuff like that. If someone ever, that's nuts.
It is nuts. And the fact that she's monetized is the craziest thing to me. She can't be making that much money, but she's got to be making like
she started making money at school. She brought it up. She was like, I'm actually gonna start.
She got her. I remember when she told me, I think it was in Chem, when she got her first YouTube paycheck, which is like.
How much did she make?
I don't know. Probably not. Probably like $2. Like you don't actually make that much off of, especially at the start. But she blew up off of those videos. They got a couple 100,000 views. I mean, I don't know how much money that is, but that's got to be a decent.
That's got to be at least a good, healthy chunk.
A decent chunk. So I mean, that's very impressive, and that's sort of my goal with. I don't have huge aspirations of success with car parts and exhaust parts. I do it as a hobby for me, but. As far as monetary goals, I do want to get to the point where within, another year, another few months, I want to get it past 1K so I can start making pocket change off of it.
Yes.
So just to have that extra steady flow of income.
Yes.
And it would be super nice. I mean, even if it's just a couple dollars a day, a couple dollars a week, the fact that I'm making money off of YouTube would be epic, I think. So my goal is to hit 1K, and I think I'm gonna keep pushing past that, but that's my short-term goal for car parts and exhaust parts is 1K.
That's a good goal so far. I think you're doing pretty good on that.
Yeah. So I had wanted to wrap up the question, I had wanted to make a car parts, a car YouTube channel for a little bit. Didn't have the motivation to do it. Sammy K blew up. I decided there's nothing to lose. If I don't want people from school seeing it, I can just tell people that I can avoid telling people about it. But then I started making stuff and I was pretty proud of it, so I was like, no, this is fine. We're gonna push it.
Yeah, I enjoy your content. Like, so, I didn't like ever like see your content and think like, wow, like this is terrible.
This is big cringe.
No. I always thought of it. I was like, wow, like this, like he's actually like knows what he's talking about, which really blows my mind.
Thank you. Yeah.
But the next question is, what is your favorite car?
Favorite singular car.
Singular car
is that the 02 Super Impreza WRX. I mean, that car it's older than me by a year. It's always been in my life. It's always been a cool thing in my life. It's super fun. I absolutely love driving it. It's so therapeutic. If I could list all the things that I care about, it would be like the existence of life on this planet, my parents, the Subaru. That's the hierarchy for me. Like, that thing means a tremendous amount to me. So that as a singular car, definitely my favorite. Like, if I could talk about one model as being my favorite, it's the one general model, including all the years. It's the Subaru WRX STI. So same answer basically. And then if I could talk about I'll let, if you're gonna ask questions, I'll let you answer them.
You can talk. I don't care.
Is there a question about dream cars?
Yes, there is.
Okay, then I'll hold off. All right. But yeah, I'd say my favorite is the Subaru WRX, and it always will be.
All right, that's good. What is your favorite type of car? Race car, drift car, sports car, supercar, etc.
That's sort of it depends on your definitions of type of car. My favorite form of motorsport. So, like, favorite form of, like, actual race car, rally cars.
Yes.
Just because I'm going to someday compete in rally, even if it's on a small scale. It's just such an intense sport. Americans are so into NASCAR, and I make a left turn for 4 hours.
I can never understand that.
The cars are impressive from an engineering standpoint. And it's really cool, and the sound is amazing. But I just can't watch NASCAR.
It looks so much slower than it actually is.
Yeah, and I mean the speeds are crazy and the crashes are crazy, but I hate seeing crashes. I mean, I don't want to think about the fact that we just lost a beautiful piece of engineering and almost lost a human life, or 2 or 3.
I like how you said the engineering of the car before
the human life. Well,
being.
they're all positive.
They're not important. It's only the cars.
It's only the cars that matter. Drivers can be replaced. I'm just kidding. But, I mean, rally is more dangerous than NASCAR. But rally is just so intense. I mean, I love F1 as well. I mean, there's lots of motorsports that I like. But rally is by far the best because you have so much you have to be thinking about. You really have to be in tune with the car. I know people, my friends hate me for using the phrase one with the car, but you really have to be. One, like if you are not integrally connected to the car, you're not going to succeed, and that's what makes it really intense for me. Also, the speeds, the spectacle, the sights, the crashes, everything is so intense in rally. It's so amazing. It's by far the best form of motorsports. But if I could talk about one type of car that I like the most, I really like wagons. Because they're weird and because Americans don't buy them anymore. But I really, really like wagons. I like sportier cars. Save the manuals. I will only drive manual transmission for the most part. I mean, I'll drive an automatic if I have to, but if I have the choice between a manual and automatic, I'll always take the manual. So sports cars are great. Formula Drift is great. I say if I have to pick like one genre of car I really like, it's probably sports wagons. Probably my favorite, just because they're so unique. And then if I had to pick between like domestic, Euro, JDM. So JDM sports wagons are like if I can narrow it down as much as possible, my favorite genre of car. So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, next question is, what country makes the best cars? American, Japanese, German, etc.
Yeah, that's basically answer that. I think, in my opinion, Japanese. I always think they've been top of the game. I mean, I love Japanese cars. I love all things Japanese domestic market, but anime, epic. I'm not a big anime guy, actually. The only anime I've watched all the way through is One Punch Man. But
I've only seen Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z is also epic. I've watched some Dragon Ball, but I haven't watched all of it. I've watched a good amount of Dragon Ball Z Kai, but I've never watched all of it. But, what was I going to say? Yeah, Japan. America makes good cars, but ours tend to be... I don't like our philosophy when it comes especially to sports cars, because when you think about like Japanese, they more focus on the driving feel and the maneuverability. Euro, they more focus on the feeling as far as the physical feeling of the car. And American, we're like, a straight line, fast, which is cool. I mean, I love high horsepower and all that, but I don't like. I like lighter cars with manual transmissions. They don't have to have a ridiculous amount of horsepower. They just have to drive well. So, whereas Americans are like boats that go in straight lines very quickly, and if you see a corner, just panic. Like, I'm not big into that. And then, as far as reliability, Euro has always been... I think if I was going to rank them all in my favorite, Japan, Euro, American. But Japanese has always been... I mean, there's the stereotype about Toyota's never dying, which is grounded in facts. Like, they're absurdly reliable. Subaru, despite being an objectively unreliable brand amongst tuners, is known in the general populace as very reliable. Like, any Japanese... I can't think of a single unreliable Japanese brand. And you have some really bad... There are some really bad... I mean, there's like... Your non-sporty Nissans really suck. I hate Sentras and Versas. They're so bad. They're so bad. But at least they run. At least they work, even if they're cheap and garbage. And they drive horribly. But then you also have... Nissan balances that out, because they also have the 370 and the GTR, which are just amazing driver's cars. And then Euro, I think, focuses a little bit too much on the luxury side of things. I mean, there are some non-luxury Euro sports cars which are amazing. But I mean, your big Euro brands, BMW, Audi, Volkswagen, Porsche. I mean, Volkswagen owns everything, but BMW, VW Group, Porsche, all those, they all really focus on the luxury side. The cars are also amazing. Like, I driving a 911 is one of the things on my bucket list, but they're just not, there's too much of a focus on other aspects of the car. Also, they're notoriously unreliable in most cases. And then Americans are sort of just boring cars, big SUVs, generally cheap quality, but they can go fast sometimes in a straight line. Mm-hmm. So for me, I love the guttural screams of a supercharged Challenger, but I don't know. I'd rather take a WRX I'd rather take some type of a JDM car. I'd rather take an AE86 over a Challenger Hellcat, I think.
So just like more like reliable cars, less than like top speed is more what you're more into, right?
When it comes from a sporting perspective, it's the driving, the dynamics. Mm-hmm. So I'd rather have a car that can handle corners well, even if it's slow on the straights, rather than a car that can't corner, but it can plow through straights.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy the fun, zippy, I don't have to be going 120 to enjoy this car type of cars. So
I do.
Yeah. So, but I mean, you drive a Mustang, so that car is absolute garbage everywhere except for in a straight line. That's the whole point. I mean, at least it's using a modern gen, so I think it has the. Actually, I don't know if you've gone to independent rear suspension on that one. Well, it's the V6, so I don't know. Anyway,
I have no clue.
Anyway, I mean, that's the thing is about American cars. Like in my Civic that me and my brother share, it's so slow. I mean, it has 140 horsepower. It's so slow, but it's got a manual transmission. It's low to the ground, a 2-door, tiny little car, and it drives fantastically. And I've had more fun in that car than I have in, cars that are much faster than it. So, I would rather take, a small, maneuverable, reliable, zippy car over a chugging, huge, heavy, horsepower-loaded, chode monster. So, but that's just my philosophy. And there are also American cars that are light and nimble, but I would rather take JDM most times. So.
All right. This question we were getting to earlier, dream car. What would be your ideal dream car?
So, ideal dream factory car, unmodified, unchanged from how it is produced, would be an 01 to 03 Subaru. So, to explain to you, because I presume you're not familiar, but that
tiny brain.
So Subaru's normal consumer car that you go to Subaru and like, what's the cheapest car that you guys produce? That it's like the entry level Subaru, mm-hmm. Is the Impreza, and it has been since the early 90s. So the Impreza is little 4-door. All Subarus come standard all-wheel drive, but little 4-door car, sedan or wagon. It used to be, and either one. So then, if you bought that, there was a version of it that. So a homologation, I'm going to explain this. It's going to take a little bit, but it's going to be interesting. So homologation cars are cars that were... So the manufacturer wanted to get into like a rally sport or a motorsport, a formal motorsport. So, but that motorsport organization said, no, you have to race a car that you actually make. So they'll make a homologation car, which is basically a car that is based off of or very similar to the car they're using in motorsport, but they're only making it so that they can use that car in motorsport. Versus taking a car they already have and putting it into motorsport. So it's a car that's literally a race car for the streets, made to race, but they have to sell it to the public so that they can race it.
Got it.
So we don't do homologation in modern racing really anymore because it's gotten so intense and there's so many safety things you need to have. So racing organizations don't really care about that. But back in the day, you needed to have homologations for World Rally Championship, which is what Subaru was trying to get into in the early 80s and 90s, in the late 80s and early 90s. So they had this Impreza and they wanted to race it, but the Impreza was naturally aspirated, which means it doesn't have a turbo or a supercharger or anything. It's just a normal engine. So yeah, the dog is
breathing very heavily.
Experiencing some labored breathing under the table. So
beagles,
cute beagle. So they made a turbocharged model called the World Rally Experimental. And that became the WRX. So they sold that. It's basically just an Impreza with a manual transmission and a turbo that you could buy off a dealer lot. That was made for rally sport, but you could buy it off a dealer lot. And then in a couple years, they made an even hotter version of that called the STI, which stands for Subaru Technica International, which is a motorsport division within Subaru. So Subaru Technica International took the WRX, they want to make it better for rally, so they bumped up the power, added some new components, whatever, made it better, and then you could buy an upgraded package called the STI. And so you've got the Impreza, next up Impreza WRX, next up Impreza WRX STI. So Subaru did that, and that line has persisted through, I mean, they still make the WRX STI today.
Yeah.
So there was this company called ProDrive, which is based in the UK, and what they would do is they would take Subaru WRX from the factory, and they would customize them so that they were ready for rally. You know, they'd strip them out, put in a roll cage so the car was more structurally sound. They would, you know, protect the underbody, modify the engine so it made a little bit more power, so it was regulation, and then they would, you know, do all the little customization things so it was ready to go out and destroy dirt tracks. So ProDrive is an organization, so there was a very, very limited run of 01 to 03. We call it the Bug Eye because it has, like the car out there, has big circular headlights. Very limited run of those WRX STIs that ProDrive took and they modified for street, for consumers. Very, very limited run. I don't actually know much about them. It might have just been a package that you could buy that gave you little knickknacks that were rally inspired. I don't know how much ProDrive actually touched the car. But we didn't get that car. We didn't even get the STI in the States. You could only get, you couldn't get the STI in the United States until 2004. So back in 2002, it was just the WRX and the Impreza. But over in the UK and in Japan, you could get not only the 02 WRX STI, but you get the 02 WRX ProDrive, which basically had more rally parts in it, essentially. That would be after that long explanation, that would be one of my 3 dream cars. So, an 02 Impreza WRX STI ProDrive Edition, which were fantastic cars. They were super crazy. I absolutely love them. Probably my top dream car would be one of those. Then there's also the 22B, which is another special edition Subaru, and it's basically, it's a early gen 1998 Subaru WRX STI, but they made it so it was only 2 doors. So it was a coupe, because way back then they also made coupes and sedans and wagons, but it was a coupe with a wide body kit that looked similar to or was the same wide body kit that they used on the rally cars, and it had a 2.2 liter engine, which is unique. And that is the most valuable Subaru ever. You see those going for, I mean, those go for a ridiculous amount of money now. I think that's the most expensive. I might be wrong, but I think the most expensive one I've seen going is $200K, which is absurd. I mean, the cars were new at about $30K. So, you know, they've inflated the price quite a bit. They were very rare, but they're super cool cars. And then my dream project car would be a 2.5 RS, which was the only version of the only coupe Impreza that you could get in the States. So in the States, way back then, it was Impreza and then 2.5 RS, and there was no WRX. And this is back in the 90s, before the WRX came in the 2000s. So the 2.5 RS had a slightly bigger engine, but no turbo. But you could get it as a 2-door. So what people have done is they've put the WRX engine inside of the 2.5 RS and converted it into an STI, like a JDM STI that would have been 2-door. But that would be my dream project car, is a STI, they call it an RSTI, a 2.5 RS STI swap. I have many other dream cars and dream project cars that I would love to own and build at some point, and I promise the rest of them are not related to Subaru, but I really love Subaru.
I believe it, man.
I also want to build a Mitsubishi Eclipse at some point in my life. I want to own or drive a Porsche 911. I love the LaFerrari. I love a lot of Ferraris, but the LaFerrari is just amazing. And then, another big one is an 80s Porsche, an 80s 911 is one that I would love to own at some point. But those are just some of them. So those are my non-Subaru ones that are very, very close behind. But I think top dream car, 02 Impreza WRX STI Pro Drive Edition. There you go.
Perfect.
Yep. And while you pull up the next question, I'm going to see if I can pull up a picture of it.
All right. My next question was, oh my God. My mother just sent me.
Dang, that's a throwback.
I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you can. That's a little tiny me. Back in 2009, I was, how? I can't count. 6. I was 6.
Dang, that's a while back.
Well, that's incredible.
We're going to see if that loads.
All right. Well, my next question was, do you have any future like job ideas? And if you do, will it be something that's like a mechanic or like car related, do you think?
So, yes. I've always known. I won't say always, but I think since probably kindergarten, first grade, I've known what I've wanted to do in general as a job. And now I think I'm pretty set on it. I've never been that confused on what I want to do with myself. I think I've always wanted to be, I know I've always wanted to be a marine biologist. And
Yes.
that's always been my goal is to do. Hi, someone just peeked through the window. I've always wanted to be a marine biologist. It's like one of my biggest, I will get there at some point. It's one of my big goals. I would like to do, my current plan right now is U of I for undergrad. I don't know what I'd major in exactly. Maybe biology. I don't know if they have something that's more specific, more niche for marine biology. Probably biology or microbiology. And then do, so undergrad there, then go for a doctorate. I want to try to get a doctorate. If not, I'll get a master's. But I really, really want to try to get a doctorate at either University of California in Monterey or University of Florida, or I'll go through something like U Chicago to get to Woods Hole, which is it's a base in Massachusetts where they do marine biology stuff that you can get your degree at and whatever. So it's not a real school. They just sort of send you there as an abroad trip. But then I want to get a doctorate there so I can go into a research position. And I'd like to really, or a senior research position, so sort of high up, I get a little bit extra pay coming straight into the job, and I get to do the stuff that I actually want to do instead of sitting in the lab all day. Although I do want to sit in the lab for a lot of days, but I also want to be in the field for a lot of days. So then I'd like to work for an organization like MBARI, which is the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute. Yes. Them or the Monterey Bay Aquarium, or maybe some other aquarium or research organization throughout the country. But the goal is to get a doctorate, to work at MBARI, and do midwater ecology, midwater research, or some type of large vertebrate research, one of the three. So that's my main goal. I really want to try to do a lot of ecology stuff because that's where the money's going to be at down the line. And then, but I really want to do a lot of large vertebrate research. So those are my main goals as of this point.
But man, I was gonna say, like, for me, I was just gonna be like a pizza man or something. He completely blew me out of the water.
Or Domino's delivery guy. Like, I heard they make a decent amount of money. Also, this is the car.
That's a very nice looking car.
Yeah, let me see.
Sadly, it says sold.
Yep, they're all. I mean, they're very rare. They're very, very rare. So, something like this. You can see it's got all the rally parts on it. It's pretty neat. Yeah.
So, very nice looking cars.
Nice. Yeah. So those are my aspirations. Looking through Snapchat.
I am. My mom's sending me a bunch of baby stuff. That's all it is. I spelled money, M-U-N-E-E.
It'd be like that. Apparently all his kindergarten things have been found, so.
Why is there so many? I'll save it all in my photos. Anyway, all right. So this is gonna be the rapid fire question.
Well, actually, wait. What about you? I should ask that first. Do you want to do Domino's? Is that your goal?
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, my job.
No shame in not knowing.
I mean, I have not put a lot of thought into it at all because I don't think I'm big brained to do any of the stuff that you just said. Because that all sounds so confusing to me. But Papa John's.
Papa John's is great. Papa John's slaps.
They do slap.
Just saying.
I want to have Papa John's tonight.
Me too.
Okay.
Dang.
All right. So we're gonna do the rapid fire question round, and
Dang.
so I got 5 questions set up here, and we're just gonna go for speed through them as quick as possible.
ready.
All right. First question: favorite color,
Yellow.
favorite TV show,
Doctor Who.
favorite movie,
What was it? I always forget how the title actually goes. It's the Grand Budapest Hotel, I believe is the correct title.
favorite
Wes
food.
Anderson. That's actually hard. I don't know. I like me a good burger. Like a good burger. Like an actual good one. Or no, ribs. We're gonna go with ribs. We're gonna go with like St. Louis ribs, yeah.
All right, and the last one is just favorite hobby.
Hobby?
Yes.
I don't know. Car stuff, I guess. Wikipedia?
That would make a lot of sense. You said car stuff. A whole YouTube channel based.
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel, so I guess YouTube car stuff. That's probably. All right. Hey guys, it's me. We're gonna do ASMR. If you guys want an ASMR stream, let us know. I'm totally down. I can clink my fake knife. Make pretty sounds. Fake butterfly. I don't know why I brought this, but it's basically a fidget spinner, but
That's basically just to practice with, isn't it?
yep, it's a practice. It's a trainer, but I wanted it because I think it's cooler than a fidget spinner, so I have this now.
Facts.
Yes.
All right. So today I got something special for Adam, since he's
Pure pain.
my wonderful guest. I'm gonna put him through some very disgusting pain. We have Bean Boozled or Bozzled, however you want to pronounce it.
Boozled? It's boozled.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why.
Who pronounces it that way? If you pronounce it that way, please stop speaking the English language. Find something else. Anything else.
All right. So, as you can see in here, they did not give a whole lot. You know, it's fine. It's whatever.
Well, always in every color is 2 flavors, right? Because you get this green one is probably a different flavor from that green one, right? That's the whole mystery aspect.
Yes,
right?
that is the little mystery aspect. We have a little tiny spinner here, and all around it, I don't know if you can see it, there's each bean that comes in this package, and we spin it, and it can be either a really, really good flavor, or it could be a really, really bad flavor.
See, but the rough thing, I've played this once before at a Boy Scout campout. The rough thing is that all of the flavors are bad, actually.
Yes.
Because I don't like these flavors. I love jelly beans, but the only jelly beans I like are Starburst jelly beans.
That's facts.
And even COVID. Even the good flavors of this are bad to me. So it's just gonna be pure suffering. Although there are much worse ones. Dog food, I've heard, is atrocious.
Perfect.
Excellent.
We'll give that to my dog.
Now.
All right. So, since you're the guest, I don't know if that means I want to make you go first, or if I want to make you suffer first.
I think guest courtesy is I spin it for you first, right?
Go ahead, man. Spin it
All
for
right.
me. I'll do it.
Oh, I really clipped it there. We got red something. We got this. It's either birthday cake or dirty dishwasher.
No,
How do you make that dishwater? How do you make that?
That's
flavor?
great. What is it? It's this.
I mean,
one.
doesn't the dishwater just take on the flavor of whatever you just washed? So it could be anything. It could be anything. Absolutely anything.
It's nuts.
I'm excited. Hopefully you get birthday cake, which also sounds atrocious.
All right,
but
there you go. I don't know how they put this into bean flavor. I don't know where we're gonna spit this out if we don't like it.
nowhere.
Nowhere.
Nowhere. You gotta swallow it. Go for it.
Hey.
It could be great. It could be a good flavor. Or it could be dirty dishwater.
There's not a good flavor.
Is it?
That is just.
I have won! Haha! I'm not gonna drink too much of this because I know I'm gonna need it.
I can't even tell what that was.
See, that's the thing, is a lot of them are just trash. Like, you don't even need to put a flavor name on them. They're just bad.
All right, your turn, Adam.
Oh, God.
Let me get that a better spin. That was kind of
Yeah, give it a good spin. Oh, there we go. Oh my God, I got the same thing.
No, you got chocolate pudding or canned dog food.
God, that's the worst. Is that the brown one?
That's the brown one, boys.
God. Canned dog food is the worst flavor.
Take a hint. Either that or barf.
Wait,
Those
that was
two.
no, barf is not as bad. I've had them both, and it is not as bad. Wait, where is it? Where did it go?
What do you mean, where'd it go?
Never mind. I don't know.
Take a bite out of it, champ.
I won the video game. I did it. I did it.
Damn.
I won.
If I get all the bad ones and you get all the good ones, I'm gonna be pissed.
Chocolate jelly bean.
Alright. I'll try and get this one a little camera spin. I don't know if I can because I kind of suck.
Is this one for me or is this one for you?
This one's for me, so you gotta spin it actually.
I win. Ah, heck, that's not gonna work. That's also not gonna work. It's gonna hit my fingers, my fat fingers, bro. That sucks too. You got berry blue or toothpaste?
This is the easiest one. It's a nice blue one.
Toothpaste is fine. You put it in your mouth all the time.
That one's toothpaste. That's good. That's facts right there.
You got the bad one, quote unquote.
That's not even that bad. That's good if you're playing this game.
Well,
then you get the disgusting taste out of your mouth with toothpaste.
That's true. There's a level to it. They can't all be the worst thing you've ever put in your body before. You know, there has to be one that is atrocious, and that one is dog food.
Except the only one bad thing there is. Except the only good one. The only one good one, which is berry blue or toothpaste. There's only one bean in here left.
That's good. And I'm gonna get it, and it's gonna be.
All right, we'll see
probably
about
toothpaste.
that. You got peach or barf.
Oh God! Why do I always get the worst ones? Like the worst.
Go
possible
for
ones.
it. It's like
so
orange
bad.
with like red.
See, if you eat it
spots on
quickly, it just disappears.
Really? Is that really how that works? This face of disappointment. Take a drink if you need it. Do not throw up all over my table.
What's gonna happen? We got no choice. Oh my God, it's so bad.
It's like,
See, if you.
yes. This is what we
God,
came,
it doesn't stop.
This is what we came here for. To make our guests suffer.
It like goes in between being like atrocious and being moderately adequate.
Take a sip of your drink.
No,
man.
I have to finish it. I don't want it to contaminate.
Then swallow it. We're chewing it.
It's almost down. I got it. 1 second.
God, I feel bad, but I don't.
Oh, it's so bad.
Take a drink.
See, if you don't think about the fact it's barf flavored, then it's not actually that bad.
Get it out of here.
Ah, God, I hate that. Dog food is worse, but God.
I'm kind of scared. You swish it around.
I need to get out of there. Oh my God.
Go ahead.
That's a good spin.
What is that?
I don't know which one I landed on. It's like right in the middle. We're gonna spin again. Oh God. Okay.
That one's the worst.
Rotten egg or buttered popcorn.
There's no winning that one.
They're both bad.
Why would you want to put buttered popcorn into it?
Jelly bean. It's mystifying.
What does that look like? Oh my gosh.
It's the buttery, stupid looking one.
Ew, that looks gross.
It's gonna be. Oh, I can still taste it.
I don't like this at all. I think this is it, honestly. No, that's spoiled milk. This one's it. Oh my God. What the hell?
What did you get?
I can't tell. I think it's buttered popcorn, but it still tastes bad.
Yeah, I believe it. Oh God.
It's such a terrible flavor.
Just don't give me something bad.
Alright, try and get a good camera angle on this. Oh God, my fat fingers.
Yeah, it's so
Can I
hard
hold
to
at
hit
the
it.
bottom?
Wait, but that.
I
Never
can.
mind, you can.
Big brain, hold on, let me do it one more time, get a better spin. Okay, you know what? Oh, this spinner sucks. There, that's actually a lot better. God, I wish I could angle this better, but I can't. I suck. That was a good spin, and you got the one good one.
What's the one good one? Oh yes, the last good one.
The last good one. So if we mess this up, we have no more good ones.
And I got the berry.
Yeah, berry?
Yep.
Piss.
It's not that bad. It's mildly adequate.
Piss. I know I'm gonna get something bad. I don't even want to look.
Toasted marshmallow or stink bug?
What? That must be a new flavor.
It's the 5th edition.
The worst thing is you can't smell it from the outside.
Don't even try to smell it. That's cheating.
You can't, yeah, but you can't even smell it from the outside.
Yep.
It's literally impossible. Because it's all
Shove it up your
encased.
nose.
You know, I would and then shoot it back out, but...
To your dog's mouth.
Oh my God, it's actually the worst one.
Which one was that? Or stink bug? Toasted marshmallow.
That's actually disgusting.
Is it stink bug or toasted marshmallow?
Oh my...
Ah, yes. Look at the suffering. Look at how the poor mortal suffers. Yes. You, jolly folk at Jelly Belly, this is what you've done to the American youth. Are you proud of yourselves? Are you proud of what you've accomplished?
I hate myself for this so much.
It can't be that bad. I swear, canned dog food is the worst.
You want to take a bite out of it?
Yeah, I will when you spin for me and it lands on me, which will not happen.
You were saying?
Oh, God, are you kidding me?
You were saying, look at that. I didn't even move that. Go ahead, champ.
You didn't, in fact. I saw it. Show me the money. Oh God, it's gonna be so bad.
Go ahead, take a bite
You
out of
got
it.
toasted marshmallow or stink bug?
Motherfucker. So unfair,
I have
man.
won once again. It doesn't actually taste that good, but it's not bad.
All right.
Time for me to win. Time for me to beat you.
I get the same thing again.
Yep. That's 3.
If I get
You're gonna get
stink
it.
bug,
I'm predicting it right here. Oh, no, maybe not.
I can't tell. I honestly
Does it
can't
taste
tell.
sweet? If it's sweet, then it's just a marshmallow.
I guess that one was marshmallow.
Good.
I couldn't even tell.
Yeah, it's not super flavorful. The marshmallow one is. All right, spin for me. If it lands on that again, then I'm suing the company.
No, you got butter popcorn or
God,
rotten egg
please
again.
give me buttercup. Please.
Which one even is it? It's this one, isn't it?
Well, there's 2 that are very similar. You gotta be careful. It's not spoiled milk. It's that one. It's like the yellowish one.
This one, right?
I think so. Give it.
This one look. Yeah, this one looks right. Yeah, that's right.
Give it to me.
Take it. Take bean.
Take bean. I don't like this already. It's gonna taste atrocious.
Do it.
What were 2?
Just all of a sudden, you just straight faced it. How's that taste, champ?
Great. Lovely. The more I deny it, the less it becomes reality. There are 5 fingers.
Jelly Belly.
I'm suing you for fun.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna turn up the stakes.
There are more steaks.
Yup, there's more stakes than this.
This is already horrible. I'm suffering right now.
That's too bad, champ. 'Cause we're not even done.
What is it? What is that?
This is a tiny little glass. If you spin it, you have to eat the glass. Okay, no, that's not actually what
I
we're
want to eat the glass. What? Why did you put them in there? Oh, no, don't do it ever. I think you're
We
good.
are doing it right now. Hold on. I don't know where. Oh my god. I need like the quarters.
I don't know what this is. Seems sort of lame. I'm not really sure. I don't know if he has any more questions to ask me. It's really interesting, you know. I bought this off of Amazon for like $6, by the way. I don't know if any of you care. It's sort of neat. Good fidget toy. Very epic. You can stab Miss Dowson in the back when she... I'm just kidding. That's a joke. Please don't come after me.
All right. This is serious time. This is for all the marbles.
What are you even doing? Are we gonna drink a quarter plus a bunch of horrible garbage?
Yes, we are. So this, if it lands on, we each pick one. Either you pick tails, you pick heads, and then I get whatever one you don't want.
Got it.
We flip it, whatever it lands on. Whoever it lands on has to drink or drink.
Eat that?
Eat all of it.
Eat
one
all
big
of that.
gulp.
Am I flipping or are you flipping?
You flip. You're the guest. Go ahead.
Oh, God. I don't want to eat that. What
You
is
have to
still
pick,
in here?
You have to pick heads or tails.
I will.
There's a lot.
Everything. That's regardless of what you do. It's going to be bad. Like, you can't... The good flavors will never cancel it all out. Also, you have to chew that for a good 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you picking?
I'm picking when it's in the air.
All right, go ahead.
Tails. Are you kidding me? No way.
No, I have to.
Wait, no, but I picked tails. And it went on heads.
I said the one that it lands on has to eat it.
Oh. Evan,
You were so
I'm
upset.
dumb. I'm really dumb. I thought I was gonna. Great. Now I get to watch you and just stand here. And
The Decatur of Craft Beer Festival. That's what that says.
why
Except
did you
we're
go
not.
to the Decatur of Craft Beer Festival?
Because I'm a man.
A real man.
Actually,
a real
no.
man only
Probably
drinks
my dad went.
IPAs.
This looks horrid. You know what? This one's for the boys. This one's for all
For
my
the boys.
This one's for all my short kings out there.
for the-
Not you, Adam. 'Cause you're
I'm
tall.
tall.
Okay, hold on. Sit up for a second. This is me sitting up straight. That's Adam sitting up straight.
Hi. It's not even my legs. I have a pretty short torso.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right.
Almost 6 foot. I'm 5'11" and this close. And why can I still taste it? And why does it still taste bad?
You know what?
You have to. You agreed to this. I'll mash it up if you want. Yep, there it goes down. And he's gonna choke. And I'm ready to do the Heimlich on. Look at his face. Zoom in. Yep, And look at. Oh, yeah. That's the face of a broken man.
What the hell?
Oh, and it stalled, too.
It froze.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
The corrupt figs. Oh, there it goes.
It's back. Just gonna make sure. Oh, this is the wrong angle. This is epic. I'm recording on my phone just to make sure that's not broken. It looks like it's still recording, so actually
I
recording.
hate my life.
Yeah, we know. This is the face of a broken man. I can still taste whatever the most recent gross one was that I ate, and he's currently eating an entire small craft beer glass worth of hot garbage. That's gonna... It's doing a number on my insides. Don't try to swallow it if you can't.
No.
Don't try to if you can't. I will give you the Heimlich. I am trained. I will punch you until you are resuscitated.
Oh, it's so weird. I don't like it.
Watch the butterfly knife. Watch the me opening it and unfolding it somewhat ungracefully.
It's like chocolate marshmallow barf. That's what I'm tasting
That's
right
great.
now.
See, I feel like the most overpowering flavors are the barf and the dog food. But maybe I'm wrong about that.
I hate it.
Don't look at me.
I got finishes. I gotta swallow it.
Yeah, just take a big swig and...
Got separated into two piles.
Yep. One pill at a time. Gotta take your ketamine.
Oh my God.
Is ketamine a pill?
I don't know.
don't
Is
know.
ketamine a pill?
As a ketamine addict, I should know, but I don't really. So.
I don't think ketamine's a pill. I think you put ketamine's in a.
Is it an injection?
Ketamine's in a drink. Ketamine's in a bang that I have in my room right now.
No, that's creatine, you moron.
Same difference. What's the difference between ketamine and creamine? Nothing.
Well, ketamine is a veterinary anesthetic, right? Or no, it's a tranquilizer.
Oh my gosh, it's disgusting. I want to spit it out.
Keep going. You got this. Let me see if I can play my funny ketamine meme. TikTok.
There's one big gulp.
Good job. You're doing it. Here we go. Oh, you suck now.
Ketamine, a hydrochloride tranquilizer used in veterinary practice.
It'd be like that.
Every kiss begins with ketamine.
Every kiss begins with ketamine.
Oh my gosh, so bad.
Look at this man.
It
Man,
gets stuck to my teeth.
this is your brain on waking up every day to 9 hours of TikTok. Jack Meadows trying to eat the whole cup worth of Big Boozled garbage. Power through. This is all temporary. All things will pass.
That was just like barf.
Yeah. Don't think about the fact it's barf. The less you think about the fact it's barf, the more you think about it tasting like literally anything else. Like raw sewage, like a caterpillar that is dried on the sidewalk. Those frog carcasses. You see those frog carcasses just like sitting out there all shriveled and dried. Think about eating one of those. Just keep fixating on the frog carcass. The rotting turtle, the fly, the symbol of decay.
You know it's gone, right?
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
But the taste will persist for many moons.
Oh my god, I feel like this is good. I'm gonna drink bleach after this, dude. Just see if the taste.
The only way to cleanse.
All right, well, I think that's gonna wrap it up. Actually,
Really?
yeah. I mean, I got through all my questions.
You
got
did?
everything I want to talk about. We just now hit the 1 hour mark.
What a loser. You didn't even get to 3 hours.
That is
Didn't even beat the dominant
ad
podcast.
revenue times 10 right there.
Got him. Yep.
Screw hitting the 10-minute marker. We just hit the hour
The
marker.
hour mark. Optimal. The amount of mid-roll ads, absurd.
It's like 6.
Probably.
Oh my god. Well, Adam, I can't thank you enough for coming on to the show.
It was a lot of fun. We should do it again.
I'm very happy. This was a very successful first episode of
Yes.
the Paradise podcast.
I agree.
Even though what's happening in my mouth is very far from paradise. It's liquid ass.
See, that's a yikes moment right there.
Yeah, but I'm very happy to have Adam on the show here. Thank you, Adam, for letting me use your microphone. It was also
course.
very, very helpful.
Of course.
It's
Don't
okay.
Yeah, I'd love to come on again or do whatever. I'd love to have you on my show. I'd also love to review your car, and hopefully we can make that happen for
That's coming up in another episode of Car Parts and Exhaust Fronts.
Yes, please subscribe to Paradise Podcast. Go check me out. I make content.
I'll leave his link in the description. Perfect content.
God tier.
Yes.
Thank you for viewing, people.
And now the next person I want on the podcast, Sammy K.
Can we get Sammy K?
We're shooting big. If this video hits, how many views do you think we should put for this?
1 billion.
Yes.
Manifest it.
How about-
manifest 1 billion views?
How about if this video hits 5K? 5K views. Sammy
That's
K.
a big ass. I don't even have 5K views on any of mine.
You're
think-
close though on some.
I am.
You have like
I'm-
2.2. Yours.
I'm at like 2.5 now. 2.6? 2.6 on one of them.
We're halfway there. We're
Halfway
living on a
there.
prayer. Okay. Maybe shoot 3K.
3K?
We'll shoot for 3K.
We'll shoot for 3K. When this video hits 3K, which it will, Sammy K, you are legally obligated to come on the Paradise Podcast.
Yes. Maybe.
Or I stayed. I stayed you.
Or possibly, if this becomes a reoccurrence and you guys would like to see more of Adam, maybe we can just make this a host-co-host situation.
Yeah, I'm pretty lame, but I'll make it fun somehow. So.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. But thank you guys so much for watching. Adam, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Couldn't thank you more.
What a joy.
And I'll see you guys in the next episode. So thank you.